Well, what up, everybody? What's going on? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Hey, it's currently 7:49 out here in the East, 6:49 Central Standard Time, 5:49 for my mountain folks, 4:49 out there for my West Coast folks, because, yeah, we're going live tonight. It's the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct every week. And we talk about sports, and we talk about it in a where there's no hot takes, no nonsense when it comes to sports. Tonight, we'll talk about the NFL preseason. They made their final cuts. Cam Newton was one of the biggest cuts being cut by the New England Patriots on Tuesday morning. Thoughts on Cam tonight? The NFL and COVID-19. What's the NFL response and their policies? We'll talk about that. It's getting very interesting. Also with the NBA. Saw something came out today with the NBA with COVID-19 and policies. We'll talk about the Major League Baseball Power 25 that's going on tonight. The Mets got booed and the Mets booed back at the fans. We'll talk about that. College football is ramping up full season. We'll have some games that's on tonight. We'll talk about games this weekend that's going on. Back to the NBA, Ben Simmons wants to leave. And we'll also talk about, we're going to try to attempt today about clutch sports. Is it a sports monopoly? What went down with New Orleans, Noel. With that said, going from my right to left on my screen, y'all can meet the crew. We'll start with James Eric Warren. What's up? Sorry.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Sports Chasers family, what it look like?
Yo, we live, son.
Yes, sir. We live. We here now. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared.
I saw you. Yeah. What's good, D-Dub? What's good, brother? What's going on?
What up, fam? What up? Yo, we live tonight. We doing it. It's really good.
Live. I guess I got a mindset who's saying what, but hey, we encourage you if you're listening, if you're looking, hey, drop some questions or comments while we're talking, and I'll see if I can get back to y'all, or we'll make it work. This is our first time that we're doing this. So we're minus tonight on Mike Mills. Mike Mills up in the Big Apple. If those don't know, they had a lot of water, a lot of flooding last night, man. Pray for all those up there in the New York City.
Shout out to all my New Yorkers, yeah.
Shout out to all them cats in Louisiana too, man. Y'all,
no doubt, without a doubt.
Y'all hold it down, man.
Absolutely, man. So Mike's still
crazy, man.
The DA will be with us shortly, man. But with that said, man, we're gonna jump right into the National Football League, man. And guys, it's been a long week. With some of the things that's going on with COVID and Cam Newton and some of the other notable cuts and what's going on. So hey, we'll just jump right to it, man. On Tuesday morning, the New England Patriots made a decision to cut Cam Newton after they won against the New York Giants in the preseason game in East Rutherford, New Jersey on this past Saturday. The decision to to cut Cam Newton was per Bill Belichick. He explained that this was a football decision and a football decision only. With that said, we'll dive into what DW thinks about Cam Newton, and I'll read part of an article here in a second. Go ahead, DW.
As far as Cam, I don't know. I was shocked Tuesday, man. I was really shocked. We said it last week. We said, we don't know who Cam Newton pissed off or whatever the case is. But come to find out, this whole COVID thing, and I think everybody's trying to get everybody to get this shot. Now, like I said, I don't care one way or another. I'm one that I went with it, right? I got a shot. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? You do what you feel is best. I don't think that you should be taking a choice away from an individual. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, the NFL it's twofold because it's a business thing, right? So they trying to protect themselves. The teams are trying to protect themselves. One, because the NFL put them on notice saying, hey, if anybody on the team contracts COVID, whatever the case is, and it becomes a hotbed, it spreads throughout the whole team, that you're gonna be responsible financially and everything else. So, but here's the thing. The thing about this is, well, what about the vaccinated people can spread COVID also? Right. So I don't understand how this is. I think that the people that's making these rules are like either they brain dead or it's like they're not thinking this thing all the way through, man. And to mandate people to do something, I don't think that's right. I think that's wrong. I mean, I think you should have a choice. Give me the choice to do what I need to do and run it from there. But but as far as Cam going, I think this is all about COVID with Cam. Cam was he didn't get it shot, and on that side of it, now if you run the business, either you gonna get, you gotta get paper. This is what you do. This is your livelihood. This is so either you wanna comply and get the shot, even though you think it's against whatever you believe or whatever the case is. But I don't know. It's a crazy situation that they put in everybody in. I don't even think that it should go this far, but it's going this far.
Eric, what's your thoughts, man?
Man, I mean, Daryl basically said it for me. And I agree. Either way, if you get it or not, I just hope that you're responsible in doing what you need to do to keep yourself, you know what I'm saying, clean, so to speak. Man, Cam had COVID last year. He had a bunch of injuries. And we all know that Bill Belichick will get rid of a guy at the height of his career, at the low of his career. This is really nothing new as far as the career of Bill Belichick. However, I still think that we were all in shock that Cam was cut this early, especially due to a rookie. Listen, as good as Mac Jones may seem to be, like all these rookies look good in preseason. It's preseason. You're not playing a full game. You don't know what you haven't felt the momentum swings all through the game and how you gonna gather your team and drive for that initial fourth down drive to get your team back in it or to keep the team to keep the opponent away from the ball and all this other stuff. But it is what it is, man.
Playing second string also, people. Third, fourth string guys.
Yeah, you got a bunch of guys that's trying to make it too. So it is what it is, man. I wish Cam nothing but the best. And one thing, just like what Cam said, don't feel bad for him. I'm not going to feel bad for him. He's a grown man, and he chose to not take the vaccination. Again, I don't care either way. That's his decision. But however, Kevin, Daryl, the NFL once again is caught with their pants way down, and they have not wiped their buttocks. Okay. Here it is again, where it seems like they're being reactionary. And just like what Daryl said, you have a bunch of guys there that seemingly do not take the time to think all the way through things. What if? Just like that new Disney on Disney Plus, what if? Yeah, what they need to have a couple of those episodes. What if? Shout
out to Marvel.
Yeah, shout out to Marvel, man. If y'all haven't checked it out, go ahead and Marvel's not paying us, so forget it. Anyway, so but it's a slippery slope, man. Because on one hand, you telling guys, oh well, this is what's going to be for unvaccinated, and then for the vaccinated. Okay, well the unvaccinated has to be tested every day. Okay, nobody is. I haven't seen anybody belly aching about that, so everybody was all cool with it. But then you have these teams cutting people and making comments. Well, this is why. This is one of the factors is because they are not vaccinated. Like, how is that fair? In a sense, like you saying one thing but doing another, kind of, sort of.
What do you think about? So I proceeded to listen to some of the talking heads on Tuesday morning and in the afternoon going into the evening. And, there was a lot of them saying, I knew this was going to happen. With Cam.
They knew it was going to happen?
He was going to get cut. Like, no.
No.
All right. Okay. Wait. Let me just read the article. Hold on.
Yeah, please. Yeah, because I need some context on that.
Chris Wick from Yahoo Sports. Those that know, we give the credit to people that do. We don't be stealing no content and stuff like that. Chris Wick of Yahoo Sports got a quote, and he says, "This head coach Bill Belichick addressed the move, but he didn't go in depth on what led to the team turning things over to Jones so early in his career. Offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels tried to shed light on the team's decision Wednesday, saying he is really confident about Jones's approach. McDaniels specifically mentioned Jones being well prepared, said Jones has improved every day, and complimented Jones' ability to take care of the football. He also said Jones learns from his mistakes and can easily put his mistakes behind him. Those are all the traits for a quarterback, especially one as young as Jones. But those comments didn't really tell fans much about Jones' ability. McDaniels isn't talking about how Jones can progress, through his reads or Jones' knowledge of the playbook or anything. So to me, Josh McDaniels said a whole lot of nothing.
Thank you.
Bunch of bullshit, Kev. You know good and well. Come on, man. He's a rookie quarterback out of Alabama, and Alabama it's not like Alabama been churning out quarterbacks.
Right. Yep.
Let's be clear, okay? Alabama is a good program, but they don't churn out good quarterbacks. So with that being said, this is just he said a whole bunch of nothingness. And like I said, week one would tell. I forget who they got week one. Matter of fact, I gotta look that up. One of y'all guys get that one. But come on, he's a rookie quarterback. Week one, that's what and you telling me he's better than Cam Newton week one.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Let me get my spill on my spill. So there's only three of us. So I'll
please go. Please.
I think that this was absolutely a policy COVID-19 issue with the NFL and the New England Patriots. Whatever side you're on, vaccinated or not vaccinated, that's your business. That's whatever you want to do with your body.
It's your business.
I don't have opinion one way or the other. But the NFL and their policy is making it where they're making guys who doesn't have the vaccine kind of make a choice. And the choice is, to me, it's kind of pitting the players against the other players and things of that nature. And we will see how that furthers. You can see how this happens. With how this happened with Cam. And I just think that Cam will, as Eric said, Cam's a grown guy. He'll be okay. He will go to somebody else. Let me ask you this question. Do you think that Cam is going to go somewhere and be a backup? Or you think he's going to go somewhere and start? And let me ask my own question. I think, in my opinion, and seeing Cam, I don't think Cam is, in his mind, prepared to be a backup. I think in his mind, he wants to start and can start. And I believe he can. I don't know in this late of the game, because it's very late. It's no more preseason. You've got a week left. Where will Cam go from here?
Well, I think Cam can start, but I think he needs the proper preparation depending on what team he goes to, if he goes to a team. I think now, being that preseason is over, that his best bet is to sit and wait and play the waiting game. Somebody going to get hurt or what have you. I mean, unless a team like, I don't know what's going on in Houston. I don't know if Watson's going to play. I don't know what they plan on doing. That could be, last time I checked, the backup there in Houston isn't overwhelming. So that's a possibility. For whatever reason, the people down there in Miami, Florida, some of these talking heads are done with Tua. I don't know how true that is within the organization, but if that is true, that's another destination that he could go to. But my number one place that I would like to see Cam go to is the Washington football team. We all know everybody loves Fitz magic. Fitz magic is only good for 5 or 6 games, and that's if he's the backup. We all know when he starts, his season is trash. So, yeah, now I would rather go with an 80% Cam Newton than 100% five game a season Ryan Fitzpatrick. So,
D-Dub.
Yo, man. Y'all know how I feel about Daniel Jones. And if you don't know, I've been saying for the last 2 years about Daniel Jones. I'm just not. I would love to see Cam end up in New York. I don't know what the Gettleman Cam relationship is, but it's probably not going to happen, right? Cam, what happened from last year to this year? Now, all of a sudden, these same guys were saying how good Cam was, Then he got COVID, and then everything, slowed down. But people fail to remember that last year, New England did not have all of the players. Most of the players opted out last year. Is that right?
Okay. Yeah, a good percentage opted out.
Good portion opted out last year.
And the ones that was on the field, right. We all seen what happened.
We all know what it is. So they came. So come on, man. I don't understand how we just, all of a sudden these same guys. Oh yeah, Cam can't play. Like they at practice, and they look at. I'm sorry, man. I just don't believe. Now, if you say you want to bring Mac Jones in later on in the season, I'm cool with that. But like week 1, I mean, you can't find a way to keep Cam. But again, this is politics again, and it's in the form of COVID-19.
And they played Miami just to.
Thank you. That's what I was.
They played Miami at 4:25 on Sunday. Opening weekend.
Yes.
Miami. And we all know Miami is going to play tough. Well, play New England tough at least once a year, once a season. So I'm gonna say this, man. Looking at the schedule, home for Miami, at the New York Football Jets, home for New Orleans, home for Tampa, at Houston, home for Dallas. And you mean to tell me you want to throw your Alabama rookie quarterback out there? Yeah. And I'm looking at the depth chart. So you mean to tell me, well, you probably did Cam a favor by cutting him because you probably know Cam didn't want to be a backup. But you're okay with going into this season with Mac Jones and what's this gentleman's name? Jarrett Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham, correct.
The same guy that Cam beat out last year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
DA is not here tonight. He'll be in later or what have you. I'm not going to steal his thunder, but I can just about imagine the words that would be coming out of his mouth for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is some nonsense. No, matter of fact, this is some nonsense. Okay. When he was good enough to be hurt, have COVID and all this other stuff, but he was good enough to be a quarterback for your team last year. You get weapons, you get pieces of this defense coming back. Everybody's 100%, and now he's not good enough. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Y'all use your imagination and try to figure out where I was going with that, but I'm gonna leave it right there.
Since we're talking about COVID-19 and NFL protocols and stuff like that, just for 5 minutes, we're gonna get back to the NFL. I think it's absolutely intertwined with what we're trying to say. So D-Dub gave me an article this afternoon that I thought was very telling. This is from Sham Sharina of The Athletic. And it says the New York Knicks and Brooklyn Nets may experience something rather odd next season if they have unvaccinated players from COVID-19. In fact, if their players aren't vaccinated, I'm looking at the faces, they won't be able to play at home games. theoretically making them useless or decreasing their value exponentially. This is definitely a peculiar rule, but necessary during a pandemic that has taken so many lives and continues to rage throughout the world. Now, unless we can assume that the entire Knicks roster
Really?
vaccinated, unless they would rather watch from the sidelines next season. The only players that are exempt are ones that have a medical or religious exemption, which will then be determined by the NBA for legitimacy. If players fail to uphold the requirements, they will be fined and suspended by the league.
Okay, so can I ask a question? Can I ask a question, please?
Jump right in,
So,
please.
so you are so gung ho about these unvaccinated players and coming into the arenas and all this other stuff, right? So, what happens when they play teams that have unvaccinated players and they come back to the arena that are vaccinated? You know what? I don't. Man, I can't be. I can't with this shit. I can't, man. What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Yo, this is all nonsense again, Kev. I'm just saying, what happened? The vaccine came out in the end of February, probably March is when the vaccine came out. The NBA started their playoffs and was still playing games.
Yep.
People were still getting COVID tested. Right?
I'm checking my Twitter. I'm paying attention, but I'm checking
nobody
my Twitter.
said nothing about keeping you out the you can't come to the arena now?
And they're basing this on your local municipality and what they're doing. So in New York City, as I read today, the Post and the Daily News, where they're basing this on how municipalities act. So in New York City, for instance, where we're from, you go into a large venue, stuff like that, they are carding you for a vaccine card. So with that said, the NBA is mimicking what the local municipality is doing, and these guys are shaking their head, and
I just don't quite understand what the freak are we doing here. I don't quite understand what's going on. And the more I read, the more confused. So if I'm confused, I know the general public is confused. Hell, the general public has said they're confused. One day you don't know from one minute to the next. Now I read. See, I think I read too much because now I read that there's another variant, the mu. I think it's the mu. Eric, stop blowing. Yo, I don't know what else to do, man. I don't know what to do for these people, man. I don't know. My thing is, as I look, I know people have died for this, and like I said, I know people do things.
Absolutely.
I know we're trying to protect, but then I'm just like, don't quite understand this thing. You have a 99, almost a 98% survival rate. So if you catch it, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've had it. I know people who've had it and they survive and they good. And I understand, but that's like anything else in life. The flu. Everything else.
Bronchitis, pneumonia.
People do die. And I don't know.
You're insensitive, and that is.
I know.
That is wrong.
I just said.
That is wrong.
Sir, I just said, I understand people die. So I'm not insensitive. I just said that. I said, I understand. So I'm not insensitive, but at some point, we got to live. We got to make decisions and still be able to live. And we was doing that up until this point that everybody has freaked out. If this was Ebola, I think this, you know what I'm saying? If this was something like that, I think, it'd been a little bit different, right? Safe to say, right? If it was like,
right.
I mean, this right here, I mean, I don't know. I think that the people in charge are going at it. I think they're going too hard. I think they just really overthinking this thing and doing. I think they're doing too much. I think they're doing too much.
What do you think about Urban Myers? So jumping back to the NFL. So we're gonna go back to the NFL. We'll deal with the NBA here in a little bit. Urban Meyer, what do you think about what he said?
You want me to go? Urban
Please,
Meyer.
please do, please.
I need Urban Meyer to shut his goddamn mouth. That's what I need. I just need you to shut up. And you know, there's ways to answer questions without. You just see Josh McDaniels just answer the question without saying a whole bunch of nothing.
Right.
Now you got the NFLPA on your ass now.
Yep.
Because you talk too much, man. It's just you didn't have to say all that. Some things you just could just left out and just say, hey, we evaluate everything. We evaluating everybody the same way. Period. End of story. Next question.
Oh no.
But not Mr. Meyer, not Mr. Urban Meyer. So I mean, Mr. Urban Meyer, this is his first.
Yeah, he hasn't even coached yet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be in for it.
So let me give the listeners and those watching some context. Michael David Smith said 2 days ago on NBC Sports, officially NFL teams are not supposed to hold a player's vaccination status against them, determine who makes the roster. Officially, it's obvious that teams prefer to have vaccinated players, and Jaguars coach Urban Meyer admitted to the obvious today. In discussing the Jaguars' decision as they cut down to 53 players, Myers admitted he considered whether a player was vaccinated or unvaccinated. And he says, and I quote in the article, everyone was considered that was part of the product, and also was he vaccinated or not, Myers said via the Florida Times Union. To say that was a decision maker, and it's written in bold letters, it certainly was under consideration. James Eric, if you haven't blacked out your screen.
What I would like to hear, if this is going to be the decision that these teams are making, that they are cutting players due to their status, I feel like that shouldn't come from the coach. I think the owner should have a statement, because ultimately this is where it's coming from. Because this is not just you going away from football in a sense. These are people making lively decisions, and you're basically taking a chance for them to earn a living on your football team based off of their status. I don't feel like that's right, but this is the business of businesses. You own a team, you do what you want, pretty much, to a degree. And I think the NFL, the NFLPA, I think all of this should have been ironed out. Y'all had all summer to get stuff like this done. If you was going to say, well, COVID was going to be over because of how it was relaxed and everybody, come on, man. You still should have somebody on your team that can ask this question at these board meetings. Hey, what if COVID comes back? What are we going to do then? And it just seems like we're getting a bunch of half-ass answers.
Absolutely.
That's where I'm at with that. And I think to Urban Meyer, I don't really, no.
Shut your.
Man, there's a lot to get in with the NFL, man. But let's go back on the field, man. We're gonna go back on the field.
Yes.
We're gonna go back to on the field. So, like I said, Cam Newton was one of the considerable cuts. We'll just talk about, like I discussed earlier, the divisions. Talk about the divisions here. and who's going to do what. So let's start with the NFC. We'll go on the NFC, and Eric, we'll go in alphabetical order real quick. Yeah, Arizona Cardinals. What they look like this year, man?
Well, are you doing the divisions, or are you just going in alphabetical order for each team? Because
I'm going to do the divisions, but I started with Arizona.
okay, cool. Yo, man, Arizona has added a lot of pieces. They unfortunately couldn't sign or couldn't keep everybody, but they made substantial progress on that offensive line by trading for Rodney Hudson from Las Vegas. He's the center. Big addition there. You got JJ Watt, you got AJ Green.
Does JJ Watt stay healthy?
I would hope so, because he's out of that debacle of an organization named the Houston Texans. So I expect him to play 20 games in this season. Yes, I do. I heard that players play better when they're happy. So you're happy, you should be healthy. Let's go. So
happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy.
I think Arizona, to me, of course, I got to go with my team. However, you can never count out the Seattle Seahawks. Even though they're in disarray over there. They lost a couple of their pieces or whatever, but I think Arizona will be in the mix like they was last year, and I think they'll finish a lot better than what they did last year. I want to say that they'll win the division. That's my heart. My mind is telling me, nah, they're not ready yet. I give them another year, but it all depends, man. It depends on the young bulls that we got on the team.
Who's going to win the NFL, NFC West? Then who you got?
See, I am going to say the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm very tempted not to go with them, because you don't know what you're going to get out of Matthew Stafford. And this is his real chance to shine as a quarterback, to prove all the doubters wrong, including myself, that he can actually get it done. Where you have a whole lot of pieces around you now. You got a great defense. I don't want to hear anything. There should be no excuses whatsoever.
You know, on this show, he is affectionately called Matthew Padded Stafford.
Pad Stafford, yeah. Pad them stats, baby. You know what I'm saying? You down 48-3. You gonna get your 3 touchdowns in that fourth quarter. You best believe it.
Yeah. Pad Stafford, man. So you got Arizona, Eric, Arizona, the Rams. You said Seattle's gonna be in the mix. What about the Niners? And why are they not starting Jimmy Garoppolo? Why are we still? Where is DA at?
Let me just say this real quick. I don't understand this love affair of why you want to start a guy. You want to take a guy 20, 21, 22 years old that just learned how to wipe his ass correctly off the pot. Yeah. You want to throw him to the wolves with real men, okay? I'm not saying that the guys in college not real men, but I'm talking about these are men. They've been doing it for a while. So you going to put, let's take San Fran, okay? So you are going to put a Super Bowl contending team. I feel that they are. I think every team in the NFC West is, for that matter. But you're going to take a Super Bowl contending team and put them in the hands of a rookie quarterback. Hey, it may happen. They may go all the way and win it with Trey Lance. However, I just don't think what analytics shows that that's the right move to make. I don't understand that. So yeah. But the NFC West is, to me, the most dominant division in football right now, next to the AFC North. Yeah.
D-Dog, what's your thoughts on the NFC West? Who's the movers and shakers? Who's your naysayers?
I could agree with that. I still like the LA Rams. Yeah. Now that I look at it, I mean, he's absolutely 100% right on this NFC West, man. I think these teams are. Y'all did breaking news to me because I must have been working and I missed that Garoppolo I missed that news that Garoppolo's not.
I missed it too. Kev just basically.
I didn't know that.
I'm sorry. Well, those that misunderstood me, I just don't understand why he hasn't been named.
Yeah.
They haven't named him, but I don't understand why they haven't named Garoppolo. Why is the disrespect? Garoppolo has played. He's good. He got the team to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So I don't quite understand.
And possibly could have won the Super Bowl. I mean, listen, man, I don't know this thing from one year to the next that these quarterbacks are washed after, and as soon as a new guy comes in, the old guy. Come on, man, this is crazy.
Look at Jared Goff. Oh, he was the nice shiny toy. Oh, Sean McVay, he could do anything. He's the offensive guru. Oh, he's gonna make him great. And where is he at now?
Now he's in Detroit.
You traded him for an old tail quarterback. So what sense does that make, people?
I'm not. Listen. Call me.
I'm about to black this screen out again.
Yeah, call me what you want, but I'm just writing notes down, and I'm just remembering all these people, what they saying, all this nonsense about from day to day. So we already telling me that Cam is no good. Okay,
that's what they said.
You telling me Jimmy Garoppolo is not good enough to beat out Trey Lance? Are you kidding me? Trey Lance is going to be a nice young guy when he comes in, when he gets ready. Man, that is so disrespectful to Garoppolo, man. Come on, man. I mean, I know Garoppolo has his faults. Don't get it wrong. But last year, everybody got hurt. Everybody got smoked last year. So what are we doing, man?
What are we doing?
It depends, Kev. And with all that being said, I like the Rams. San Fran. The Seahawks, still, I don't know. They're gonna be good though. The Cardinals got to stop cardinaling and just start playing, man. They got the horses. I believe they got coaching. Yeah. I believe they got the horses to get it done. They got a star quarterback. Everybody in the West got a good quarterback. Good to great quarterback.
They do.
So it's definitely going to be a fight in the West to get the job done. But I'm going to go with the Rams this year.
I'll go with my synopsis with the NFC West. I'm
thinking the Niners though, but I'm going to go Rams.
I got Arizona winning the division. I got the Rams getting one of the wild cards, and Seattle and San Francisco are going to possibly fight them out. But this is, like Eric said, this is the strongest division in the National Football League. And I think Arizona's going to get 12 wins. I think the Rams going to get 11 and 12 wins. And I think it's going to be between those two. They might squeak another team in the, in the wild card, but we'll see. But I got go ahead.
Real quick. Y'all remind me. It's 7 teams in the playoffs, right? Sure. Ain't it the 4 division winners and the 3 wild cards? Cool. And only the top seed gets to bye, and everybody else plays, right?
Well, that depends if it's just for COVID, because we just did it for COVID. I don't know what the rules are.
I think they kept that though.
Yeah, they kept it. Yes.
Oh, they kept it.
Okay. So you might possibly have
10 or 11 wins and don't get in.
You not only that, but you might possibly have, if you have 3 wild card teams, which would be crazy, you might have a whole division in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
That's a possibility.
Because it's 4 teams to yeah.
Well, let's
go NFC West. Okay, let's go. What's the next division, man?
I know it's not the NFC North, and I know it's not the South.
Let's go to the worst division in football. I think it's the National Football Conference, Eastern Division, where my beloved Giants lie at. The Washington Football Team Club, whatever you want to call them, they won the division with a 7-9 record last year. The Giants.
It might happen again this year.
Cowboys is 6-10. I don't really see no real improvements. Philadelphia brought the rear with a 4-11-1 record.
It might happen again, guys.
I'm not going to be a home on. I mean, Dak Prescott is back for the Cowboys. Zeke Elliott said he's leaner and finer and better. We'll see. I think in Dallas, their problem is, and I wish I had a Dallas fan on here that can contest with me, but they have a coaching issue, I believe. I think McCarthy, I don't think he's it, my opinion. But
no, he's not.
I think I don't even know who to pick for this division. And I'm a Giant fan. And this all lays on the balance. If you're a Giant fan, tell me if I'm wrong. Daniel Jones, like D-Dub said. So goes the Daniel Jones, so go the Giants. This is year number 3, right?
This is it, man. I'm not giving him no more. I mean, listen, I didn't give him the first 2. People kept on telling me, oh, nah, Daniel Jones.
Yeah. DA say, hey, no.
Hey, DA called me on the phone.
Wait, 4 years.
Said, DA called me on the phone. He say, yo, D, you right. He said, hey, you right, son. You right. Yeah, I don't see it. Go ahead, E.
I'm gonna just say this, man. Yeah, I know how I am with the quarterbacks and all. This is year 3, year 2 under this head coach and this coordinator. But it's time for Daniel Jones to make strides, and I think it's going to go down like this, in my opinion. If Daniel Jones is the quarterback for the Giants, it's going to show this year, and they will win the division. Yes, I said it. If he's not, they're going to be looking for another quarterback in this upcoming draft. It's either going to be the Giants or the Cowboys. Yes, I said it.
But with the Cowboys, let's go back to the Cowboys. The Cowboys have not, if they did not fix their defense, their awful defense, because their defense was awful last year. They was in the same predicament again, and Dak trying to score 50 and 40 points a game. They better get their defense together. So they said they drafted a couple players. They made a couple changes on the D-line. I don't know all the particulars at this moment, but we'll see. I think the Eagles, they still have the issue with their quarterback. They finished 4-11. The starting quarterback is the what's his name? I can't.
Jalen Hurts.
So they're going with that. The Washington football team. The defense
is gonna win them 6 games this year.
Yeah.
That's all I got for them.
Their defense is young, they're hungry, and they played really good in that playoff game, but it wasn't enough.
Hey, and D's man, Ron Rivera, you telling me?
Oh God.
You telling me Fitzpatrick is the guy? This is it. You won't even try your hand at Cam Newton. You won't even give him. Somebody was saying this week, man. Well, Cam ain't never had a prime. He just had one good year. It was kind of hard for me to argue that. I couldn't.
Yeah, that one MVP, yeah.
He had the one MVP, yeah.
But ain't that all you need though? What are you saying? He's just or you can really play. Think about that. Go ahead.
I mean, Cam got hurt, and I think people overlooked that part of it, man. People just, they just glance over that, and he got hurt in 2016. You seen that shoulder, you seen it going downhill. I seen it from my couch. I don't know what Ron Rivera was looking at.
He was getting to me, and
he was taking a lot of hits, and he was complaining, and he never got that star treatment like everybody else got.
There was a game against New Orleans. I never forget. He got hit going out of bounds. If that would have been anybody else.
We seen Drew Brees get hit in the helmet with just a thumb or hand, and they throw flags.
No, so you got to respect the quarterback. Whether he's a running quarterback. No. Y'all said. I didn't say it. Mm-hmm. National Football League, Roger Goodell, you guys said the quarterback is our most precious commodity. And We need to protect it at all costs. So that tells me, hey, whether he's running or he's in the pocket, we need to protect him out of. If he's running out of bounds. He's running out of bounds. He's giving himself up. Late hit will be dealt with, and you should be tossed out the game, whether it be Drew Brees or Cam Newton. Go ahead.
They said Cam was protected.
I'm just saying.
I don't see how he was protected. I didn't see that.
He took a lot of shots
and then now these same people talk trash about him now. You know, this is what the NFL does, and a lot of these sports guys, these media people that are on the air, they talk that junk. You know, they use you all up and talk trash about you. You don't like I said, this couldn't have been Drew Brees. If this was Drew Brees, Drew Brees would have got another shot somewhere else. And I'm not even coming at it from a black-white type of deal. I'm just coming from it as, these guys like certain players. And, when Cam starts, getting a little bit extra, a lot of people don't like that. They frown upon that. So, but as far as being protected as a quarterback, they didn't do it. They didn't do their job like they should have. And I know he got hurt. He got hurt off of that. Sorry.
So I would say there's a lot going on. And I didn't make my prediction. I guess my brother Druthers, I guess it's recorded now. I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win the NFC East, 8-8. Giants be 8-8, and everybody else they'll just bring up the rear, man. So let me go.
It's got to be 9-8 because it's 17 games now. So
sorry, I forgot. Yeah, the NFL.
That's why I didn't even pick them.
Went to 17 games. 9-8. Yeah, but remember. You know what's so funny? Let me Let me just bring this up here. Um 17 games. And we just went through a whole COVID protocol, what the NFL is doing. Y'all quiet. Oh, y'all both blacked out the screen. I'm sorry.
Listen, here's my. I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm gonna just say this, and it's gonna be very generalized, but we're talking about the NFL. Here's my thing. Stop talking like you care about these players and you care so much and you love them. Oh, what they doing for the game? Yo, man, you're doing it for money. Point blank. Period. You're doing it for money. Okay, let's be clear. You are so worried about the protection and the health of these players, but yet you add another game. No, listen. What makes the NFL great is that it was 16 games. You knew it was from September to January. And then that was it. And you was salivating at the mouth, waiting for the season to come back around. You was waiting for that draft to see who they was going to pick to include to your team to make them better. You was glued to the screen when free agency hit, and then you would wait, twiddle your thumbs all summer long through the dog days after the NBA season is over with. You're going through baseball, and you just cannot wait for any type of news from the NFL. That's what made it great. In my opinion, of course. The 17 game stuff, Kev, is nothing. It's just money. Everything is money, money, money.
Yep. I totally agree. Because again, they just tell you, they love to people love to tell you. Why people lie? People love to tell you, I love you. Stop. You don't love it. What is it about, E?
17 games.
17 games.
Let's move around.
17 games, more money. That's all it means.
We go to the next division because we teetering.
The AFC South, man. You got the Tennessee Titans, Indy Colts, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll go with D-Dub. D-Dub, what's your thoughts on the AFC South? We'll go to that.
The South. What we got? AFC South.
Tennessee. Houston and Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, new quarterback. The Texans, I don't know what to expect from that that whole situation going on down there. The whole Deshaun Watson, you don't know what's going to happen because I don't know if it's going to be another slew of women coming out during the season talk about yeah girl he got me on this one. I don't know. So the Texans lost a lot of weapons if I'm not mistaken. So I don't see them in the mix. The Colts lost the quarterback. The Titans should be right there and so and supplant plant their flag and get their spot back as the number one team in that division and in that division right there. So the Jaguars, they young quarterback, so we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with Daryl, man. If you get anything out of Jacksonville, Houston, and Indianapolis, I will be shocked. But the Titans are head and shoulders and damn near the waist to over everybody in that division. The addition, they was already better than them, and bringing Julio Jones, even a 65% Julio Jones, is a great addition to that team. You got Julio on one side, you got AJ on the other, and you got Derrick Henry running, and you got Tannehill, and you got a no-name defense too. Yeah, I expect nothing less than 12 wins out of the Titans this year.
So who you think is going to challenge in the division if they're going to challenge?
If it's anybody, it's the Colts, because to me, the Colts is the most complete team other than the Titans in that division, but they don't have no Daryl, your mic is muted.
Yeah, minus the quarterback. That's about it. Other than that, I agree with the Colts. Should be the runner-up. So it said the Titans and Colts, and then, like I said, I don't know what you're going to get from the Texans, and if anything at all. And the Jaguars, they're just a young team with a young quarterback, and he's probably going to be well. He's probably going to do well, but he's just young team.
Jacksonville. As far as Trevor Lawrence, what's your thoughts? What you think on Urban Meyer? Is Urban Meyer going to just do a one and done? I mean, no pun intended.
Yeah.
I think I give him 2 years, and based on what they do in these 2 years, he may be I give him 2 years, just to see, where they at or whatever. If they're a complete disgrace, he might back out into the shadows again. But I give him 2 years. Trevor Lawrence, I like him as a quarterback. But again, this is the big boy league, so and I'm not too familiar with. I know they have oh my goodness, what's this man's name? They have some pretty good fast receivers on that team, but will they all put it all together? We'll see. We'll see. I just hope that he has at least a 2 or 3 to 1 ratio touchdowns to interceptions, but we'll see.
Yeah, and that offensive line blocks, man. So that AFC South, we all agree Tennessee is the cream of the crop. I believe India will bring up, it depends on their quarterback situation. Houston, they're a mess. And Jacksonville is just young in the game, and they're just restarting over, man. So we'll take that into account. So we'll mosey on right along to the AFC East. You got Buffalo, Miami, New England, and the New York Jets. So let me take this position. I'll start off here. Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen, they're the cream of the crop. They was 13-3 last year. I think Buffalo will do it again. They're pretty much bringing the same team back. They're hungry. That was a tough loss they had in the playoffs, and I believe they're going to bring out the rear. Miami Dolphins, I hate to say this word. I'm hearing that I didn't actually hear, but I actually saw an article and heard that he got a vote of confidence from his coach Brian Flores and the owner that that Tua is going to be indeed the quarterback for the remainder or for the time to come. So Miami's tough. I look for the Dolphins to make the playoffs. New England, we already said it, man. You know, I don't know what they see in the youngster, but I don't think that's going to amount to any wins. I think New England will probably win 7 or 8 games. And the Jets will absolutely be better than their 2-14 record last year. Shout out to all the Jets fans that I know. They, with their new quarterback, and I was watching something this afternoon. They were saying that, hey, their new quarterback. What's his new quarterback name? I'm sorry,
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson looks very promising, and I think the Jets can maybe squeeze out 6 or 7 wins. Eric, what's your thoughts on the AFC East? Excuse me.
Much like the aforementioned AFC South, we have one team that is head and shoulders above, better than everybody else, which is the Buffalo Bills. I honestly think that Buffalo is going to, if they don't make it to the Super Bowl, they will at least contend for the AFC Championship. I'm very, 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 very excited to see what Josh Allen has coming for this year. That the boy, to me, he is right up there with Patrick Mahomes. What you think about Patrick Mahomes, if he's already a Hall of Famer, all this other talk with these talking heads saying, you know, this other stuff. His quarterbacking skills, his demeanor and everything on the field really impresses me more so than anybody else in the league, other than Car Seat Kyler, but he got some ways to go. Yeah, so I got Buffalo as the cream of the crop. I got New England only because of the experience of their head coach. And they got weapons now. They got 2 studs at tight end. I think it's going to shock a lot of people. That's why I really was hoping that Cam was going to really do it this year. But anyway, Buffalo, New England, and then I think the Jets in Miami, they're not going to be trash. They're going to be, well, Miami, they won what, 10 games last year? Is that?
They won 10 games, correct.
Yeah, the Jets in Miami. I don't think Miami win 10 this year, but they'll be hovering right around it, 9, 8 wins, something like that. And the Jets will be right there. I will say this about Zach Wilson. Excuse me. Just like I said about these other rookie quarterbacks. I know that's a different scenario over there. That's basically who they was drafting for a starter. I don't agree with that, but so be it. But based off of them getting rid of Adam friggin' Gase, the Jets should win 6 games automatically. And I like Robert Salah. I always get his name messed up. How you pronounce his last name?
Salah, I believe.
Salah. Yeah. I really like that guy. When he was in San Fran, I told DA's a San Fran fan, and I told him, I said, look, if there was anybody that was a coordinator that was going to get a head coaching job that I would play for, it would be that guy.
Right.
So.
Okay. Good enough. D-Dub, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be crazy to go against Buffalo. I mean, come on, man. Buffalo was that team last year, man. So it's Buffalo. I say number 2, the Dolphins. Buffalo, Miami.
Yeah, that's what I got.
This whole Tua thing, though, I don't quite understand. Where's this rumor about like somebody not liking him and a trade and all this other foolishness?
Oh no, you said something about Alabama quarterbacks just 2 segments ago.
Well, Tua, listen, Miami, I didn't pick him. Miami picked him. And Tua is the best thing they got right now. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen, he's a young player. Let the boy go. If all these people going out and drafting these young quarterbacks, and then all of a sudden, well, they did it to what's my boy's name? Rosen? Was it
Josh Rosen?
Drafted this kid, and all of a sudden, this guy can't play now. But y'all was hyping the guy up like he's a stud, and then
I'm just a proponent of just sitting him for a year, man. I mean, Pat Mahomes, 1 year. We were doing that, and I believe this is the curse of my man. What's his
winning? The
What's the quarterback that wasn't at Minnesota? What was his name? He was with the rookie contract and he was getting
Seattle.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford. Okay.
Sam Bradford, when he got all the paper, and so when you get all the paper, that means what that means. You got to start. They got, that's your commodity. Oh, I got to start him.
Mm-hmm.
So that brought about the whole rookie wage scale and all that things. And I don't know why we got away from that. But the NFL is a copycat league, so whatever works, and then they think it works, and then they copy it, and then there it goes.
And that's the problem, though. That's the problem. So now you got quarterbacks starting that should be sitting down and learning, and but no, they won't do it. So Tua should get some good wins, and like I said, I seen Zach Wilson with the Jets this year. I mean, preseason, he looked pretty good, man. But again, we'll see. I just don't think there's going maybe six wins they might get. The Patriots around the same thing, because you're not going to tell me that that this kid is going. Like I said, if you had Cam, I think you would got more wins.
Right.
My opinion, but yeah, that's how I see it. The Jets and the Patriots be fighting around the bottom. Now, some people got the Patriots winning the division.
No, I don't see
Stop.
it.
Stop.
This is 2021, right? Not 2001.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just making sure.
So I hear.
I'm hearing.
I heard somebody say that they got the Patriots winning the division.
That's a Patriots homer.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
I like Bill Belichick and all. I know he knows what he's doing.
The heck out of him. Think he's an awesome.
Respect him. I don't see it.
I don't see it anyway. I think they're going to be third in the division, fourth in the division. So, so they'll bring up the rears. Let me go to the NFC South. New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carolina Panthers, Atlanta Falcons. That's what I was going to say Hawks. That's what they finished in order last year. We all know Tampa Bay, as coined on this show, in GOAT We Trust, won the Super Bowl, which was one of the dopest, I think, titles we had. In GOAT We Trust. Tom Brady went down to Tampa Bay, and he won this, helped the Tampa Bay Bucks win the Super Bowl. So, D-Dub, what do you think? How this is going to shake out now with the NFC South?
Yo, man, TB12 is amazing, man. That dude is you can say what you want to say about this dude, man. This dude,
we trust.
Dude is amazing, man. You can hate all you want. I mean, I hate to say that word hate, but
he's a cheater.
For lack of a better term,
he's a cheater.
Brady is that dude, man.
Oh, you will not acknowledge that he's a cheater?
Listen, man. No, I will not. I'm not going to acknowledge. I'm not even going to go there. I'm just sticking with what I see in front of me.
Right.
And he's the epitome of greatness, man. You can't deny it, man. It's written. Yo, when it's all said and done, man, this guy has just cemented himself. He got his own. Not forget about Mount Rushmore. He got his own statue. Just he's by himself. He's in a glass case by himself. And he'll be that first one in the glass case by himself over there, and then whoever else.
How do you have the division shaped up?
Quick. Division shaped up: Buccaneers 1, the Saints 2, Carolina 3, and the Falcons 4.
Is Jameis it in New Orleans?
Jameis is gonna be it, man. Jameis, I have no question. Jameis is gonna fight. He's gonna give the Buccaneers some fits. But I don't think he's going to be good enough to beat TB12. But Jameis, he got the keys, man. Jameis got to, he got to show and prove now. He had a year off.
Yep. He sat behind Drew Brees.
He sat behind Drew Brees. If you didn't learn nothing in that,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing for you, dog. I ain't got nothing more for you.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, man. You should have been studying your arts.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this. In GOAT We Trust Part 2. Listen, man. Listen. The guy's the cream of the crop of all quarterbacks. DA, I know you out there rolling your eyes somewhere. Yo, bro, I love you, man. But hey, man, I'm sorry.
Man.
This is just my 2 eyes. This is just my opinion, dog. Like, this man wasn't even thought of as coming out of Michigan. He got in, yes, he got in because Drew Bledsoe got hurt way back when. But this is what I be saying, man. Oh, well, it took for somebody to get hurt in order for him to get his opportunity. But what did he do with that opportunity? What did he do? He's still doing it with that opportunity that he got. Okay. So regardless of how you got there, it's how you finish, man.
And what does that even mean?
Exactly, D. I don't fucking know. Yo,
what does that mean? He got there because somebody got hurt. What?
Yo, man.
Oh, give me
injuries is part of the game. Last time I checked, in every game. So it is what it is.
God, man.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, in GOAT we trust. Tampa Bay, I got them winning that division.
That's right.
I will say is make it or break it for Jameis. And just like I said about Daniel Jones, it's either going to be a phenomenal year for Jameis and the Saints is going to be right up in Tampa Bay's rear end, or they are going to crash and burn and be the worst team in the division. And Carolina and Atlanta, I don't know what we're going to see out of Sam Darnold. I'm rooting for the guy. Yes. But
absolutely, yes.
I'm
because he got hosed by the Jets, but
yeah. I would love to see vast improvements, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for that football team in that division. And Atlanta, I don't know. I don't even know who are they?
Who are you got to figure it out. I haven't figured out who they are. I mean, I know you got Calvin Ridley, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And you got another cat on there too. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, the Kyle Fitz, that the tight end that they drafted, is supposed to be all world.
Atlanta got identity problems right now, man, and my man Matty Ice, man. I can't even call you Matty Ice. You got to be like Matty something else, like Matty
someone else.
Like it definitely ain't
Matty
Ice.
O. That's what he need to be.
Matty O, yeah. I mean. Yo, I don't know, man. And I feel sorry for the kid because, when now Atlanta's a team that should be looking at quarterbacks right about now.
About that time, correct.
It's about that time. I think Matty Ice had a good 10-year run. I think how long he been? He's been in the game about 10, right? He had to.
Yeah, it's some 10, 11
almost
years.
About 10. He's been in there for a minute. So
yeah.
That's a good, he had a good run, man. He had the Super Bowl in his back pocket.
20-something points. Better win that, but
he had the Super Bowl in his back pocket, man. And somehow he was on his way to his mama's house and lost it.
No, in GOAT we trust.
In GOAT we trust, bro. Yo, hey, blackout time. He's on the blackout.
Yo, man, I still don't understand how you lose. Yo, man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Stay focused, E. Grab that water.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man,
3-letter man.
Tampa Bay, I got New Orleans. Carolina and Atlanta will be bringing up the rear. They're trying to work things out. Yeah, I'm pulling for Sam Darnold too. I think he got a raw deal with the Jets because of their coach before, Adam Gase and Atlanta. They just got to try to work it out and see what's up. Julio Jones went to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see with that. Let's go real quickly to the NFC North. And I'll take this one that says we got
Green Bay quick.
Green Bay finishing 11-3, Chicago 8-8 last year, Minnesota 7-9, Detroit's 5-11. Green Bay should have probably went to the Super Bowl last year, but should have, yeah.
Aaron runs into the end zone, man. I think we're talking a whole different ball game here, but
runs into the end zone. Yeah, that's true. But I think Green Bay will win 14 games this year, possibly 15.
Yeah.
Then Chicago, I got the quarterback situation is still the same. Some people don't want Andy Dalton. Was Andy Dalton named? Who's named starting quarterback yet?
I haven't heard anything as of before we started the show, but I was busy today, so I don't know.
So they still up in the air about that quarterback situation. Minnesota, the Kirk D Cousins, they still whatever. And Detroit, hey, your man is getting where is DA at? Because Jared Goff is getting an opportunity in Detroit. So we'll see. I don't think it'll constitute to probably a 7-9 or 8-8 season right now because it's Detroit. Real quickly, guys, starting with Eric, what you got for the NFC North?
Green Bay head, shoulders, waist, ankles, shoelaces better than everybody else in that division. It's not even close, man. Like, what are we talking about, man? You got the great Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I forgot we're live. Let me chill. We got the great Aaron Rodgers and and everybody else, man. Chicago. When you said it, I almost didn't believe it. They were 8-8 with Mitchell Trubisky, but yet you still want to throw a rookie quarterback. Okay. Anyway, whatever, man. Green Bay is gonna win the division unless Aaron Rodgers decides to retire again or some shit. Sorry. And everybody else is just gonna. Who's even gonna come in second place? Who's in that division? Minnesota. Minnesota should be good this year. They won't win the division, but Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago, Detroit.
Yo, man, they would have got Kirk Cousins out of there if they didn't give him that bag of money. Because if Kirk Cousins talk about this COVID stuff,
Kirk is the richest. Yo, low key. No, I'm sorry. Low key. Kirk Cousins is got to be the richest dude in NFL history. B.
Yeah.
You had back-to-back franchise tags, and then you get this deal in Minnesota.
Yo, man, he finessed it, man.
He's living right, dog.
He ain't got the bag. He got the building, my G. He got the penthouse.
Yo, 2 franchise tags. And they got paid. But what happened, like Minnesota with the whole COVID, like they're not gonna get rid of the guy. They got too much money in the dude. There's no way in the world they're gonna say, "Oh, well, you got the vaccine or don't get it." Yo, they got too much money locked up in you, so they don't care at this moment in time. But everything I said, man. Green Bay is going to run away with this division. I don't see the Bears. I don't see the Lions. I don't see the Vikings. The Vikings should be a contender. But I don't know.
Yo, I'm just now reading that text. That shit is hilarious.
You see what the DA say? He's about to get on. He's going to do a phone call, whatever. He's about to get on, man. Let me go to the
Yes, DA. Yes, 2 franchise tags at $44 a year. Come on, son. Who making paper like that, B? Yo, that ain't been Go We Trust made money like that, my G. He gave half of it to his offensive line in New England. He ain't got no money. Man.
Do you understand that? I don't know the people. I don't know if the only football people who understand this understand what Kirk Cousins did. I mean, like, break it down. Seriously, he got paid. Like, really got paid.
You want to talk about betting on yourself? Yeah. He redefined that for real.
And Cousins, what? And you look at what? What has he done? Like,
in NFL standards, he's just pretty much pedestrian.
He's not like, even a Matt Ryan, B. Like, he went to the playoffs, what, 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. At least
he had one that was snatched away from him, right? That
one with the Saints.
Yeah. That was a good one. But I mean, you think about it, you think about like Kirk Cousins,
you didn't do nothing in Washington. And you made $88 million in 2 years.
Just saying.
Let's go along. Let's go along to the AFC West. You got last year finishing first was the Kansas City Chiefs, of course. You got the LA Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders.
LV.
The LV Raiders. You got the LA Chargers, and you have the Denver Broncos. I got the Kansas City Chiefs winning again. They still creaming the crop. Vegas, the Raiders. I think their quarterback situation. If David Carr. DA's killing me on the text message. David Carr, if he can get himself together, and the Raiders defense. I mean, what did I say? David Carr or what is it?
Please, this dude said David Carr. If he get his stuff together. My bad. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, David is on the NFL Network. I think because I just saw him on it. That's why I got the TV on. Derek, his brother, can get together and play, and I think he's a really good quarterback. I think this is going to be it for him this year, though, to be honest. And
might be it for the coach too, but I don't know. They gave him $100 million, so
he'll be there for as long as he want to be there. But go ahead, Kev.
That is one coach that got the bag. That's for sure. Yeah, he got the bag and more. The LA Chargers, first time they'll be playing in front of fans in SoFi Stadium. So we'll see. And the Broncos, they're undergoing some, identity things. They're bringing up the rear. I think Kansas City, they're going to be the best of the West. They'll win it again. Probably the best in the conference. And it'll probably be them against Buffalo in the conference championship. That's what I got.
I got it. I got the Chiefs. I got the Chargers, but I got. I'm looking at the Broncos, man. I think the Broncos is going to be all right. They're going to be middle of the pack. They should be. I don't know. I thought I seen Drew Lock. I thought they was going to go with Drew Lock, but then they switched up the game and went Teddy Bridgewater. And I'm not the biggest Teddy Bridgewater fan, so we'll see. I got the Broncos coming in third and the Raiders coming in last. I don't know what it is about the Raiders right now. They're still trying to get their act together. They got some good pieces. It's just
what's this, year 3, year 4 for Gruden?
Yeah, something like that. 3 or 4. It's got to be 3.
Start looking at him funny soon in a minute.
Well, I think they should have.
Let's be clear. You only got a championship because you inherited that team. But I ain't going. I'm sorry. Go ahead, D. I'm sorry. I ain't going.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. Go ahead, man. That's truth. Facts.
Go ahead. Eric.
I got Kansas City. I mean, come on, Kansas City. Shout out to whoever is doing their scouting. Because how you keep finding these speedy guys and you just acclimate them into the system and they don't miss a beat. Remember Sammy Watkins? Remember him? Remember it was a big deal when he went to Kansas City?
Uh-huh.
Boy, that was a long time ago. It was only 3 years ago, fellas.
Yeah.
And he's been replaced by the Cheetah, as he's affectionately called. So it's just too much talent in Kansas City, man. I got Kansas City like everybody else. Denver in that defense, if Chubb and Von Miller can get after the quarterback like we know they can, they're stout up front. They should be in second. I'm not big on Teddy, but I think Teddy is better at not turning the ball over more so than Drew Lock. From what I've seen of Drew Lock, he tends to turn the ball over. So I think that's why they went that route.
Mm-hmm.
Who's left? I don't know what's going on with the Chargers. You change all these jerseys like you the Oregon Ducks, and yet you still can't get out your own way. I don't know, man. Maybe they put it together this year, but
you don't like their quarterback?
I like their quarterback. It's just the rest of the team. It's like you got.
The quarterback is legit.
The quarterback is nice.
I gotta say the quarterback
he's quarterback is solid.
The quarterback is nice. The receiving core is 6'2" and better. But it's like the defense, I don't know, like you're supposed to have this. They allegedly Denver and then LA was supposed to have the 2 best defenses in that division, if not in the AFC. I have not seen that from them the last 2 years. So I don't know what's going on with them on the defensive side of the ball. But I got them third and I got the Vegas They had to, and it's sad because I like Carr. We all seen what Carr can do when he was fully healthy, and he was lights out, man. And he got hurt, and then he's just never been the same since. Yeah. I think confident between his skills and his confidence. I don't know what's what the issue is, but like you said, I think this is the last year on his deal, I believe. So
yeah,
he better get it done this year. It'd be next to Cam Newton on the unemployment line.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got the DA. He's on the phone line. DA, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
How do we look live?
Yeah, coming from the spot where it's always hot, and we get that popping.
Balls.
Yeah.
What up, bro?
Yeah. How you know, man? Life.
I hear you.
And stuff.
So, DA, I know you was listening and you was chiming in, man. So we're just going over some of the NFL predictions of some of the divisions. We're on the NFC West now, but I'm gonna go back to the NFC West. The AFC West. I'm gonna go back to your division. So most of us said in that division that Arizona or who was the other team?
LA Rams.
The Rams.
Arizona and the Rams was the cream of the crop, but the whole division.
Yeah. You know what?
Go ahead, man.
I am going to rock with y'all, right? Because I'm not sure why people think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. But I will say this on the quiet: we got all the pieces we need to bring a lot of trouble. That's all I can say. My man Mostert is probably going to be the best running back in that division by far. Our defense will probably be the number one defense. But I think Ayuk and my man Debo are serious. And y'all can't forget, man, we got a monster at the tight end position, as well as a fullback, which no one else in that division has. And True. Not to say there's anything that can deal with the monster named Aaron Donald, but the fullback can fall at his feet and slow him up a little bit. I am not a Jimmy G fan, but the reality is we was just talking about Kirk D. Cousins. He's at that level, and I am a proponent of saying this. And no one believes me, but I've seen it happen more times than not. And I'm not even going to say if you take Tom Brady out, because I'm not saying take Tom Brady out, but if you take Tom's first 3 Super Bowls, I've seen average a lot. So the 80s and the beginning of the 90s, you had to have a stud at quarterback to win the Super Bowl, right? But once the Ravens won their first one, and then Tampa Bay won, and Joe Flacco won, you do not need a superstar quarterback to win a Super Bowl. You don't. You got to have a super team to win a Super Bowl. When we was kids, we had gangsters. We had the Dan Marinos. We had you know what? I go back. Excuse myself. I'm sorry, fellas. 85 Bears. They're the best team of all time. Their quarterback was straight, but all he did was throw long bombs to Willie Gold, period. That's it. Nothing else. Give it to Walter Payton. That was the offense. Defense won those games. I believe
Trent Dilfer.
That's why I said. That's why I was going back to the Ravens. But even before that, like if you go back in history, and I believe this was a great team, and I'm saying that maybe from playing Madden. Mark Rippon, dog. Mark Rippon is not a historically, great Super Bowl quarterback, man. He had a great game.
Former team, yeah.
He had a great game, right? Doug Williams had a great game. You know what I mean? But because I said it because I used to play with that team in Madden and dust dudes off for real with the fun bunch. I used to dust dudes off for real. But what I'm saying to you is that's not necessarily from a quarterback position. Those guys weren't great. So The reality is Jimmy G, if he makes one completion to Emmanuel Sanders, beats arguably the best cornerback in the game today. One pass.
Let me stop you real quick. Do you think there's a level of disrespect for your team, the Niners, not picking Garoppolo to start it yet?
No, man. Garoppolo should start, man. The other kid's a baby. He doesn't even know how to play.
Facts.
So give him some plays. Yes, I would give him some plays. I would give him some plays. I wouldn't give him a lot of plays. Because there's plays, you know what they are going to be. So the only way they can trick you is you do the run pass option and he passes. That's the trick. Because they expect you to have him come in and, run pass and then he runs. And he does the what's my man? Kaepernick. And runs up the field. So that's what Kaepernick did to Green Bay that year.
Yeah, the read option, correct.
Yeah, that's it. But, the thing that they do is if they can get him to do that and be able to pass the rock and not run, then that's a trick. Because everybody's not going to expect him to throw the damn ball. Not with Jalen Ramsey out there if you're playing the Rams. There's no expectation for him to freaking keep that. To throw that ball down the field with Jalen Ramsey out there. No, not at all. You would much rather him run. So this weekend, the last game, we saw a situation where in the run pass option, threw it, and Jimmy G ran it. And that's where things got, oh, wow, what happened? Mm-hmm. But in the real game, when you play in real defenses, I can't see that happen. But, I'm not saying the boy can't play because he can, evidently he's there. He's a professional athlete. Right. But what I'm saying is that pro football is hard for a reason. And we laugh about this and joke about it, but I say it all the time. When we watch these talking heads on TV go from one team to another and reverse their positions in total, I'm like, why are you saying that he shouldn't start, but then you say that Fields should start? No, man. Both of them should not start. The doggone offense in Ohio State is not so complex that offense rivals anything you're doing in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And you put Justin Fields out there and get him killed if you would like to. But, dog, he would shoot. No, not a chance. And he's good. He's good. He's far better than a lot of dudes that got picked before him. And I'm not going to even get into it, because I'm like, dog, like, we do the whole Mac Jones conversation. And I'm telling cats, I watched him. He played the whole preseason, except for one game where he had 4 drives against first teamers. He played against second team dudes the whole summer. Cam Newton played against the first team every game. And I'm not saying, they should have made a different decision or anything, because I don't really care. But I can tell you this, fellas, that I saw Mac Jones play against dudes that are not going to be in the NFL. Right?
That's a fact.
Same thing with Fields.
Yeah. Those are
the only ones I could play against first teamers was Trey Lance, because I saw him play against first teamers because they would platoon him out in the first quarter. And again, they're not playing any exotic defenses, so don't get me wrong. No exotic defenses, but he did play against first team defensive guys. Now they may have been loafing around, just learning, going through their reads and all, but I can say, at least from that perspective, I watched that kid play against first team, dudes that their names.
Right.
The other guys are playing against dudes that are not going to be in this league.
Right.
Unfortunately. I don't know. But no, Trey Lance ain't ready. No, man. Jimmy G, we got the best of both worlds. So if this kid, the only thing that messes up the Niners is they win the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. That's the only thing that messes up the Niners.
Which is a good thing, though, right?
That's it.
You get a
I
championship.
mean, it's a good thing for the team because we get our 7.
Yeah.
But the reality is now, what are you going to do with Jimmy? Because you already paid this kid. You know, you got this kid coming in third drafted.
We're going to
expect him to play at least within the first 2 or 3 years.
Right. Well, we'll right along. I think if that happens, you trade Jimmy. You get whatever you can for him and trade him, and you start again.
Yeah.
The clock.
But see, I don't know what type of contract he's on, so he may be on the year, which means he walks for free, and that sucks.
Oh well, yeah, well then, but you got your 7. But D, we gotta move along. The AFC North. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna go with D.
AFC North is
Let me read it out here.
Lamar. It's gonna be Lamar.
You got.
It's gonna be Lamar because he still got the chip, and then Cleveland, and then the Steelers, and then the Bengals. And I'm not really even sure if those last 2 couldn't be flip-flop. But I'm letting you know now, the defense is going to be hell on wheels. They have the best secondary in football, bar none. They have my man from Jersey, and they have my other man, Joe, what's his name? And Joe
Hayden.
Yeah, Joe Hayden.
And my man Minka.
Yeah, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
Minka Fitzpatrick is serious, boy.
They got JT Watt, big light-skinned boy in the middle. I think they got rid of the cat from Kentucky because he wasn't real, but they kept the cat from Buffalo that's real. So that defense is going to be hell on freaking wheels this year, fellas. But I don't like Ben Roethlisberger, so I guess I'm a little biased. I just don't like the dude, so that's me. But they could have I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, come in second in the division. Cleveland should with the talent, but I'm gonna go with Lamar because that defense there is gonna be very serious too.
So
very serious. You
got Baltimore, you got the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals, correct?
Now Baltimore and Cleveland, and then I put the Steelers.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Ravens. It's gonna be the Browns, the Steelers, and the Bengals. Lamar Jackson, he keeps doing what he's doing. Cleveland's quarterback. Can he do it?
I'm not mad at him. I think the cat can do it. I think the dude can play. I never thought he couldn't play. I just thought he couldn't run from cops real good. So that's what he did.
Yeah, you stupid, boy.
Oh, D-Dog, what's your thoughts on the AFC South?
The North, the AFC North. I think we said this is one of the toughest divisions, right? In the game, man. Yo, this division right here. Yo, man, they're gonna keep it. It reminds me of the NFC East. They're gonna kill themselves off, man. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens should be top dog. They should be number 1. The Browns 2, Steelers 3, Bengals 4. But the division is going to be so tough. They're going to knock one of each other out. That's how tough this division this division is, man. The AFC North is a tough division. So this is what we were saying about all 4 teams can possibly. This is probably a division because they could eat off of everybody else. So yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that happens.
Well, it's gonna be. Go ahead, E.
I'm gonna be the guy to go the other way. I got Cleveland. I'm very big on their offense. I think they have the most balanced offense in the league, running the ball with the play action, and they got the receivers if they're healthy. Who is the tight end? Is it still Mr. Hurt every year? What's my man?
It's old boy from Miami, the young kid.
He is always hurt.
Yeah, he'll be all right because he's good now.
Yeah, he's
good now.
If he stay healthy, man, that's even better for them. And I think people sleeping on this Cleveland defense. Rightfully so. You talk about Pittsburgh and you talk about Baltimore, but I think Cleveland is going to be right there too. Because now Garrett got somebody on the other end to help with the pass rush. So you don't have to.
Main man.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to blitz some linebackers now. The linebackers can stay and spy on Lamar and all that other stuff. So I got Cleveland, I got Baltimore, I got Pittsburgh. Although I will say that Pittsburgh's offense worries me. You lost offensive lineman. Ben is getting no younger, and depending on what you get out of Najee Harris. I don't think they're going to be anything what they was last year offensively, to be honest with you. But
I think Najee gonna have a good year though. I like him.
I mean, I like him too, but it's hard to run when, as soon as you get the ball, the defenders is right there in your face. So we'll see.
He's gonna have to do what you call a Saquon to get right.
Oh, and
I'm gonna say this,
David Njoku.
And thank you, David Njoku. And I'm gonna say this about Cincinnati. Shout out to Mike Mills. He couldn't make it this this week. Hold your head up, Mike. Hope you emptying them water buckets up there, man, safely. Yo, man. What Mike said last year still rings loud this year. Cincinnati, please do not have your second-year quarterback throwing 50 freaking times a game. You got a run game. Use it. Huh?
Is he back?
Yes.
Yeah, he's back.
He recovered from that
My
injury.
thing is, why don't they give the ball to Mixon? Mixon is real money.
We just said
They don't want to give him the ball.
Well, they don't want to give him the ball. They might as well give him the pink slip and let him go run for somebody else, because I'm sure somebody's going to want him.
Listen, we're going to we're going to have to. This has been very good, man. We spent the whole couple of segments on the NFL. I'm glad football's back. We're going to run into baseball here for a little bit for the next couple of minutes and go. We usually do the Power 25 rankings of baseball. Yep, we talk about baseball on this show. We absolutely do. So according to CBS Sports, they have the Giants still number one. Giants have won 84 games as of Monday. You have the Dodgers. They are bringing up number two. There was one last week. The Rays, they keep on winning. The Astros, they're number four. They was number four last week. The Yankees, with their 13-game winning streak that was snapped by the Anaheim Angels. I believe Angels about to sweep them this what's it? No, I think they swept them. They lost 4 in a row now. I don't know if y'all saw that where Tani stole
they won a game yesterday.
Yeah. And Garrett Cole smoked them yesterday.
And he stole home.
And they won
Yeah.
So the rest of the field, you got the Brewers, you got East White Sox, you got the Braves, you got the Red Sox, you got the Reds, A's, Padres. DA, what's going on with your Padres, man? They've been slipping.
Oh, man, look. Yeah, man, it's a long season. All right. Still young. Ain't nothing we can do. The stars are playing. They just need to put more behind them, and it takes time. Baseball's a time game, so, I'm fine with that.
Absolutely. It's September. You'll have the September call-outs. D-Dub, your Yankees, man, they're surging. They've lost 4 in a row, but they won 13 in a row prior to that. What's your prediction on the Yankees down the stretch as they go?
They're 7 games behind Tampa, man. So we obviously, I don't know if we're going to catch them because Tampa keep winning. So
I think that we got to get the wild card. I think
they got to get the wild card, man. So
the wild card. So right now, they got the one.
Yeah. So right now, we just got to keep keep our foot on the pedal. But we dropped some. We dropped the last two to Oakland, and then Anaheim. Yeah. So we done came back down to earth for a little bit. So hopefully we catch another hot streak. But Yankees they're trying right now. They're trying to at least secure a wild card.
You know what? Even against Anaheim, they didn't stink it up.
No.
They just got beat.
All games competitive. Correct.
Yeah. They just.
But they have to sweep Baltimore to control.
Yes.
Their destiny. They have to get Baltimore out of here.
South Mex can sweep Baltimore.
Well, I'm asking the Yankees to sweep Baltimore because there's no reason why you should lose a game to Baltimore. Sorry.
E, what's up with your White Sox? What's going on? They're 7th in the Power 25 ranking.
Oh, man, we still in command of our division, man. I mean, as long as we win the division, we straight. We in. Yeah, I mean, it's a long season. You're gonna have. It was hot early. You're starting to falter now. It's starting to get the guys that they got back, like Jimenez and them dudes, back into the swing of things, man. We'll be all right when it really counts, man. We'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, the last month, I think, in the last month and a half, we have not been very good against 500 plus teams. So we gotta clean that up if we want to win a game when we get into the playoffs. So we'll see. But I think we can do it. I mean, depending on the matchups, I think I was looking at something yesterday. If it was to end the day, we have Houston. I have no faith. And I love the way this team is constructed, but I have no faith of Chicago beating Houston in a 7-game series. I'm sorry. 7-5-1, it don't matter. Huh?
That's why I was going, because I'm like, yo, this is still the White Sox, right? If they make it, all things equal, they are still the youngest team, I guess. You know, if you want to call them young, this team, and don't add in the age of the manager, that would be a division winner. And so that's why I like to temper my expectations based upon the age of the team. You know, so even when the 94 Yankees, what held them down was those old dudes that they had that was still rocking with them. You know, Rock Reigns and those guys, Paul O'Neill, Brocious, those dudes actually were the winners. So the White Sox don't have as many of those older gentlemen to kind of help things go down in the playoffs. So, but
and I'm gonna say this. I think the Dodgers are now in first place. Is that factual?
Yeah.
They called it.
I want to see now momentum shifts, and I want to see how the San Francisco Giants pressure bust pipes. Are you gonna be just a clump of coal, or are you gonna shine like a diamond and rise up? The champs have come back and have taken over. So are you going to lay down and just be happy to be here, or are you going to rise up?
Actually, it's tied. They are.
Oh, they tied. Okay.
85 and 49 apiece. So they're actually tied. So, but stands true what you're saying, man. So, champs is trying to come back and make what you going to do, Giants.
Right.
Or another piece of that is will the Dodgers run out of gas, busting their nut just to get back up to the top?
True.
Because they had to make up a lot of games, fellas.
Yeah, they did, and they caught them.
And that's the marathon with this game, man. It's the marathon.
But how much did it take out of you catching them?
Right.
Because remember, they're still down the pitcher. The Dodgers are still down the pitcher. Not saying that they don't have another body, but dude's not pitching this year. He's done. So he's not pitching again this year.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see. Real quick, I know I put it in the show notes here. And I'll start with Eric. He's probably going to black the screen out of me again.
Let me get my finger ready.
The Javi Baez and the New York Mets.
Yo, you know what? I had time to think about this now, man. And you know what? I still stand on what I said before, man. Listen. People pay their hard-earned money, okay, to come see you. And last time I checked, it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. It's not against the law to boo. If you are stinking it up, that you should be happy that that's all they're doing is booing. In some places, they send you death threats and all this other stuff. So I just feel like this: if you want to then be ungrateful for the place that you have as an athlete, and then turn and look at the fan and boo them and thumbs down, man, that just looks so. It just looks so kiddie to me, man. Man, whatever, man. Yeah, it's just like
It's big generation.
Javi Baez. Okay, let's check it out, right? Javi Baez, right? You must have had a complex or something. Okay, you had won a title with the Chicago Cubs, right? And then you, sir, been stinking ever since, and that's why they got rid of you. Okay, you come to New York. Expectations are high in New York. Either you can get in where you fit in, or you get out. It's just that simple. We're not Chicago. Okay, New York is used to winning. Okay, maybe not the Mets. Sorry, Mike, but we're used to winning in New York. Okay, that's it. That's why a lot of great players don't come to New York, because they know what the pressure is. They know what the fans, with the media, everything. So they choose not to come here. Yeah.
Randy
So
handle New York City.
Yeah, it's a different animal, man.
He got out of here quickly.
But I will say this: if you win here,
they'll
love you, Eli Manning. They will love you to death. Now, do you want to go win a championship in
Minnesota,
Southside Chicago, or Southside Alabama, or wherever, or do you want to win in New York and be the king of New York? It's different, man. This is chess, not checkers here. That's all I got.
My thoughts on the booing. I'm with E. I just think the fans pay they hard-earned money. If you want to boo. Just as long as you just boo. All the other stuff, you
throwing batteries
and stuff like that, they should lock your behind up. And for real, so that's no boo. I'm cool with it. What did President Obama say? Don't
vote.
Don't boo, vote.
Yeah, don't boo, vote.
Just go to the game. If you don't like what's going on, just boo. And the guys the players have to develop more thicker skin and just play through it. And hey, if you succeed, you will get cheered. If you go 0 for 27 and you leave runners on base all the time, you're gonna get booed. They're paying you a lot of money to perform. It's just what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it.
Performance.
Gotta
perform.
Performance. Go ahead, DA. You trying to say something?
I'll just say it's not nothing personal. And Chris Bryant, Rizzo, Baez, when that crew first got together in Chicago, they got booed because they stunk.
Yep.
All right? It's part of the game. Don't think because you're getting paid more money that you can't get booed.
Yeah.
Dude, you got the results still matter in this world. But I believe that it has to do with this generation of children, and they have thin skin. That's all. No more, no less. But he'll get past it.
Yeah, they'll get past it. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that about that this boot thing, because it's you go to the game. I just went to what did I go to?
Soccer.
It's soccer in Miami, man. They wound up winning the game 3-2. If they didn't play well, teams would absolutely say, hey, they'll boo. But it is what it is when it comes to that thing. Real quick, 2 minutes, and it's probably we might have to revisit this next week. I know.
Save it for next week. I know where you're going. Don't. Save it for next week, man. It ain't going nowhere. Talking about that old Kool-Aid. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. We had a great show, man. Start it off next week. Yeah, hey, everybody that's out here listening and watching, man, come back next week. Okay, Thursday at 7:30. Be here, be sharp. We will talk about Clutch Sports. What are they really? Are they the Marvel's Avengers of sports agency, or are they something else? Are they Hail Hydra? Find out next, right here on Sports Jesus.
What a plug, my that's a real plug. That's a real plug. Yes, but
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra. I wasn't even going there. I probably need to say this next thing. We're gonna do it for 2 minutes. Yo, ESPN with the fake high school. How does that happen?
Because they fired all of their people when they had that scandal years ago with the not gonna say a whorehouse, but a gentleman's thingamajig. They lost a lot of employees then,
Then they had the years with Michael Smith and Janelle Hill, and that took them backwards, and they had to lose a lot of things. And then COVID happened, and they lost a lot of money because they didn't have, they had no sports. So they had to let go of their great people. And I'm not talking about just in front of the camera, behind the camera that was supposed to do these things.
So they're supposed
to see who is this team.
Right. They're supposed to vet.
Research.
Right.
Yes.
They're supposed to vet this in. Let me just read real quick. If you turn in and watch high school football on ESPN this weekend, you may notice the prestigious IMG Academy, the established Florida-based incubator of college athletes and future NFL pros, play against the clearly outmatched Bishop Sycamore. Basically, what Bishop Sycamore was running a JUCO school. And if you know what JUCO is basically junior college. And they had 19 and 20-year-olds on Bishop Sycamore. Come to find out, Bishop Sycamore was out of, hold on, I want to scroll real quick, somewhere out of Ohio, I believe Columbus, Ohio. And, there was a check with the archdiocese there's like, we don't have no Bishop Sycamore. We don't even know who he is. And basically they fired the coach of the fake school already. And this is just really bad. And yeah, DA gave a good explanation on why they fired, how did this happen? But it can't happen again, man. And having these adults, because that's what they were, these adults playing, and football is a different game because, it's physical. So if you got the kids going against adults, that's a game changer. No wonder Bishop Sycamore was winning 59-0. Then come to find out, they're not even a real school. They don't even have a brick and mortar place. D-Dub, you're shaking your head. Go ahead.
Kev, this is an absolute disgrace. ESPN should be ashamed of themselves for getting got, because this is what happened. They didn't vet. They didn't do the research. They didn't figure out who. So, ESPN, nobody's making a lot of, this hasn't gotten a lot of traction. I don't think.
Just a little bit. You should be embarrassed. You're the so-called worldwide leader of sports. Looking like the lesser charge leaders of sports. That's what y'all look like. Eric, you're shaking your head. Go ahead. And then we're gonna go to.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because it's time to go to bed. I'm gonna just say this. I've said this many a times. This is what happens when you fake journalism. That's all I got.
Woo. Hey, you've been on point.
Hey, and if I may, real quick,
go ahead.
One real quick thing. And understand the reason why the traction hasn't been what we thought it should be in a scandal like this is because ESPN, right, is one station, but the other stations haven't. So they're not going to say it because they look bad. But what got me was like no one else said anything. So they all in bed with each other, or it was like a phone call made of, hey guys, don't call us out on this because Fox hasn't said anything. CBS hasn't said anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No other sports channel that has sports programming has said anything. And I'm like, well, why didn't y'all say anything?
Mm-hmm.
It's only working for ESPN. So that I say that to say, because Big D is a conspiracy god. And the conspiracy guys, like they're all in cahoots. Because
they gotta be.
No one would come out and say anything against ESPN and what happened. And I'm not sure why. Why wouldn't you? They're your competition.
There's your competition. So my thing is, I'm going to try to choke out my competition right now.
Yeah, but they're not. They're all in bed together. So no one's going to say
they got to be, because if this was anybody else, if this was us, Sports Chasers, SCP, and we did such a thing, they would call us out. We would have been on every newspaper, everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
No Stephen A. Smith, nothing. No, come on. Now I'm gonna tell you one dude that would have did it was my man Levitard, because he ain't really care, and that's why they fired him. But because Levitard was cracking him all the time, and I'm sure his show, wherever it's at, because I'm sure he's doing something because he was big.
Yeah, he's doing a podcast.
They had a good laugh about this.
Yeah,
I'm sure they did.
But if we're gonna call people out,
if this is what we're going to do, if we're going to keep people honest, if we're going to make sure that these things get covered, I mean, everybody has a responsibility. That's what I say.
I totally.
But yeah,
man, it's been a great show. Real quick, parting shots. I'll start with DA. DA, what you got for us? Peace. Eric, what you got for us?
Oh man, again, great show this week. We live for the first time in Sports Chase's history. Can't wait. We got many more to come. Man. Again, everybody be safe out there, man. Watch out for your fellow man, woman, and child. And everybody just be safe, man. Just keep your eyes open, your ears open, man. It's getting spooky outside. You know, we got all these fires and storms and all this other stuff, man.
Train stations are flooding.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this, man. If you just so happen to be looking at us tonight, man, man, just try to be a decent human being if you're not already, man. Just try to be. Don't be an earthling, man. Be a decent human being, man.
Don't be an earthling.
And eat your vegetables.
D-Dub, don't be an earthling.
Kid. Shout outs to thoughts and prayers to everybody. One's lost from this Hurricane Ida.
Facts.
And like he said, I ditto on what he said just prior. And we were live tonight, so I hope everybody checks us out. Check it out. Tell us what you think. Love us or hate us. Just give us your honest thoughts and feedback of the show, what we can do better, or what you like, whatever the case is. We appreciate everybody out there giving us a listen.
Thanks D-Dub. Partner shots real quick, where we can be found at any platform that has any podcast, Apple, Spotify, you name it, we're there. We're on there. Deezer, as Mike Mills, I like to say. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We got handles on there where all our stuff is there. What else? We're at we got our own YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to that. We're live tonight. And like DW said, and Eric said, this is our first night going live, and it's been really great. A couple people peeking. Our goal here, all the guys here, including Mike in his absence, we want to make this where this is very interactive, where we can, you guys type some notes, type some questions in, and then when it gets really up and moving, hey, we'll take your phone call and we're chiming in the subject. Like next week, y'all need to really chime into what the angry one, what James said about that Clutch Sports. We're gonna get into that one, and DA should be live and sending present for that one. We're gonna get into that. So that's our goal. That's our vision for.
We want to hear what the fans have to say, because no longer we just accept this nonsense that is on TV where they're telling you
we're gonna tell you.
It's their opinion, and they don't value your opinion. We want to hear what you got to say too.
Or they won't even value the facts of
the facts, right? And this is the thing. It's opinion. That's cool, but I want you to at least get the facts in its totality.
So my part of shots is, man, just prayers for all those that have been impacted by Hurricane Ida. I've had some personal friends that have been flooded out and stuff like that. Thank God they're okay. But just pray for them that all that was lost can be recovered. Thank God that they're good. Just like E said, just help out your fellow man. Be a great human being towards one another. Don't be an earthling. We'll school you on what an earthling is in the next episode, man. But hey, man, it's been 2 hours. We've been hanging out with you guys, man. I saw a couple people peek in and peek out. Hey, tell somebody, that we're live every week. We're going to go live also on Facebook now that we have the capability to do that. So we'll be live on YouTube and Facebook also. So like I said, tell somebody. I honestly believe we have something really good here. We have a lot to say, man. And with that said, it's the 2-minute mark. So on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator. Daryl D. Warren, James, the Angry One Warren, and on the telephone,
peace.
DA Albright, and in his absence, hey, our MC Mike Mills. Mike Mills, keep your head up. Hey, this is the Sports Chasers podcast, man, and we'll see y'all next week, man. Y'all be good. Be blessed.